Namaste. South Indian Fine Arts Academy, SAIFA, is very proud to bring you a rich array of local Carnatic music talent. These artists are from the Triangle and Triad area. I am immensely happy to present one such artist who's with us today, Shashidhar Lakshminarayana, who is an accomplished Veena player. Thank you for being in the segment.
Namaste, Miniji. Thanks for this opportunity.
Sashi, could you please give us an overview of how you got initiated to Carnatic music and especially what inspired you to pick up the Veena?
Gladly, I would be very happy to answer this. I was fortunate enough, to be brought up in a music-loving family, not
Okay.
necessarily with a huge heritage of music, but very music-loving. My dad was a very ardent Carnatic music listener. My mom was the one who was playing the Veena at home. So naturally, I started looking the Veena as an instrument that my mom was playing. It was initially more of a playful exposure to the
Right.
Veena, but as more and more encouragement from my parents and teachers grew, I kind of took it up more seriously, and that's how I ended up picking up the Veena, which I'm very fortunate that I did.
We are so glad you did as well. What informs your creative process? Are there any specific themes, experiences, or influences that inspire your work?
Primarily, there are probably two factors that influence my creative process. First and foremost is, as I listen to a lot of music from stalwarts who are like,
Yeah.
really giving their own entire life to different aspects of Carnatic music, that's a basis for us to explore further personally. So that is like an inspiration from which we can draw and explore further upon. And secondly, the creative freedom or the manodharma Sangeeta that our Carnatic music offers gives a kind of a controlled freedom that for you, or a
Right, I
constrained
like
freedom
that.
also you could call it. And this, along with the bhakti that is there in our devotional content, is really an inspiration for me.
So beautifully said. You talk about the creative process, which is a lot of the Shravanam from the stalwarts, the confined manodharma or creativity. I'm going to copy that phrase later. And thirdly, you talked about the experience that you're now sharing with the Rasika. So wonderful. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that. I see a lot of young students here interested in Carnatic music. So, what may be any advice that you would like to give them when they are trying to learn Carnatic music here away from India in the United States?
Very good question, and very apt for which we got answers, and we will have to pass it on to the rest of the folks. According to me, every Carnatic music learning aspirant should be, first of all, a very, very voracious listener. As you brought up, the Shravana Jnana is the most important, because before you start learning, you should appreciate and enjoy others' music. And this is one of the ways that you are having an open mind and an open ear to listen to various compositions, various performers from old generation to the new, and then gather from all of them the crux of it, and then explore yourself on top of it. So of course it needs a lot of number of years of perseverance and patience, because it's not going to come overnight. So I would say Shravana Jnana and also patience are the key terms.
Yeah, wonderfully put. So you've probably performed or have observed performances at SAIFA. Can you remember any one specific concert or experience with SAIFA, either as a performer or as a part of the audience?
Nice question. While there were many performances of Saifa with artists brought over from India, have been very, very enthralling. The one that stands out of all of those for me is the the kacheri of Veena Vidwan D. Balakrishna. First of all, it's a Veena concert, so it's more near and dear to me. And just for folks who don't know, he's Veena Vidwan Balakrishna sir is a proponent of the Mysore Bani of the style of music, and predominantly to which I'm also a part of. And it was a great experience to have to put talam and give talam support for him in that concert, and enjoy the whole concert.
I do remember that concert. It was a very memorable one. So good take.
Thank you.
So, Cypher is very grateful to a generous grant by the NC Arts Council, Spark the Arts, that is making this concert series possible. And we look forward to seeing you all in large numbers on April 13th at West Carey Middle School. Sashiji, could you please give your Rasikas a glimpse of a ragam that's very close to your heart?
Yeah, I would be glad to do that. Firstly, I would also like to thank Cypher and NC Arts Council for providing this opportunity. While there are many ragas that I like, one that I have chosen is Karahara Priya. It's an interesting raga to the effect that there have been no compositions of Dikshitar or Shama Shastri in this raga except Tyagaraja. But it's still such a fun, wonderful raga. I just want to give a small glimpse of it.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
We good?